Welcome to our exploration of one of the most harrowing and thought-provoking stories found within the pages of the Bible, the narrative of Judges chapter 19. This tale, set in a time of great moral and social upheaval, offers a stark reflection on the depths of human depravity and the absence of centralized authority in ancient Israel. The book of Judges itself serves as a chronicle of Israel's cycle of sin, suffering, supplication, and salvation, a period marked by the phrase, "In those days there was no king in Israel, everyone did what was right in his own eyes." Today, we delve into a story that starkly illustrates the consequences of such lawlessness and moral decay. Our focus is on the distressing journey of a Levite, his concubine, and the horrific events that unfolded in the Benjamite city of Gibeah. This narrative is not just a recount of individual sin but a mirror to the collective moral failings of a society, highlighting the urgent need for justice, leadership, and divine intervention. As we navigate through this narrative, we invite you to reflect on its themes, its impact on the fabric of Israelite society, and its implications for our understanding of justice, morality, and community responsibility in a world not so different from that of ancient Israel. Our story begins with a Levite, a man of religious significance, residing in the remote hills of Ephraim. He had taken for himself a concubine from Bethlehem in Judah. Due to circumstances that strained their relationship, the concubine had returned to her father's house in Bethlehem. After some time, the Levite decided to reconcile with her, embarking on a journey to her father's house. Their reconciliation led them to commence a return journey back to the Levite's home, a journey that would take them through a landscape both physically and morally treacherous. As evening approached, they found themselves near Gibeah, the future site of Jerusalem, inhabited by the Jebusites. The Levite servants suggested they stop for the night, but the Levite insisted on pushing forward to a city of Israelites, seeking the perceived safety and hospitality among his own people. This decision brought them to Gibeah, a city of the tribe of Benjamin. Upon their arrival in Gibeah, the travelers found the city square, expecting to be offered hospitality as was the custom of the time. However, the streets remained eerily silent, with no one stepping forward to offer them shelter for the night. It was not until an old man, returning from his work in the field, noticed them and inquired about their plight. Disturbed by the lack of hospitality in the city, he offered them refuge in his home, unknowingly setting the stage for the tragic events that would unfold. This segment of our journey into the heart of Judges 19 sets the scene for a narrative rife with themes of hospitality, community responsibility, and the stark contrast between expected societal norms and the harsh reality faced by the travelers. As we delve deeper into this story, keep in mind the significance of these themes and how they resonate with the broader moral and social chaos of the time. As night fell over Gibeah, the Levite, his concubine, and their host settled into the old man's home, grateful for the refuge it provided. The city that had shown no sign of hospitality during the day now became the setting for an encounter that would reveal the depth of its moral decay. As they were making themselves comfortable, enjoying the hospitality of their aged benefactor, the peace of the evening was shattered by a pounding at the door. Men of the city, described as sons of Belial, meaning wicked or worthless men, surrounded the house, demanding the Levite be brought out to them so they could abuse him. The host, in a display of the complex and often troubling ethics of hospitality in ancient times, offered his own virgin daughter and the Levite's concubine to the mob, pleading with them not to commit such an evil act against his male guest. This horrifying proposal highlights the low status of women in the society and the extreme lengths to which the host was willing to go to protect his guest, adhering to the hospitality customs of the time. Tragically, the mob refused the old man's offer of his daughter but took the concubine and subjected her to a night of relentless abuse, a testament to the lawlessness and depravity that had taken hold of the city. As dawn broke, the narrative reaches a poignant and disturbing moment when the Levite finds his concubine at the doorstep, lifeless, a silent witness to the horrors of the night. This part of the story not only serves as a critical turning point in the narrative but also forces us to confront the darkest aspects of human nature and societal breakdown. The events in Gibeah serve as a grim reminder of what can happen when societal norms and values are discarded, and the rule of law is ignored. As we reflect on this chapter, it prompts us to question the very foundations of morality, justice, and community responsibility in the face of unspeakable acts. The morning after the horrific events in Gibeah revealed the depth of the tragedy. The Levite discovered his concubine, lifeless, on the doorstep of the home that had promised safety but delivered only despair. In a moment of profound grief and anger, he made a decision that would echo throughout the tribes of Israel. He lifted her body onto his donkey and returned to his home. There, driven by a mixture of sorrow and a demand for justice, he took a drastic step that would serve as a grim catalyst for change. In an act of desperation to highlight the egregiousness of the crime and to rally the tribes of Israel against such lawlessness, the Levite did the unthinkable. He divided her body into 12 parts and sent them across all the territories of Israel. This macabre message was a clarion call to the people of Israel, a wake-up call to the depths of depravity their society had sunk into and the urgent need for collective action. The distribution of the concubines' remains served as a potent symbol of the fractured state of Israel, a community deeply in need of moral and societal restructuring. It was a call not just for vengeance, but for a collective reckoning with the values and laws that were supposed to bind them as a people. The Levite's actions, though shocking, underscored the severity of the crime and the necessity for a unified response to address the corruption and violence that had taken root. The tribes of Israel, upon receiving the parts of the concubine's body, were compelled to respond. The act catalyzed a rare moment of unity among the tribes, leading to a convocation at Mizpah where they deliberated on the course of action. The gravity of the Levite's message was clear. It was a call to justice, a demand for accountability, and a rallying cry for the restoration of moral order within the nation. This segment of our story is pivotal, marking a transition from personal tragedy to national crisis. It challenges us to reflect on the mechanisms of justice and the responsibilities of community in confronting evil. As the narrative unfolds, we witness the complexities of seeking justice within a fragmented society, the dangers of unchecked vengeance, and the enduring quest for harmony and righteousness among a people striving to find their way back to their foundational values. The story of the Levite and his concubine in Judges 19 is more than a historical recount, it's a profound meditation on the themes of justice, community responsibility, and the consequences of societal neglect. As we delve into the repercussions of these events and their impact on the nation of Israel, we're reminded of the timeless nature of these issues and the continual need for vigilance, empathy, and unity in addressing the darkest aspects of human nature and society. The gruesome message sent by the Levite galvanized the tribes of Israel into action, leading to a pivotal assembly at Mizpah. Here, the depth of the national crisis became evident. The Levite's recount of the horror faced by his concubine in Gibeah ignited a collective outrage and a unanimous call for justice. This wasn't merely a demand for retribution against a singular act of violence but a broader plea for moral and societal correction within Israel. The tribes demanded the perpetrators from Gibeah be handed over for punishment, but the tribe of Benjamin's refusal to comply escalated tensions into armed conflict. This internal strife highlights the complexities of justice and the devastating impact of civil discord. Initial battles saw significant losses on both sides, illustrating the high cost of internal conflict and the tragic consequences of a community divided. The near destruction of the tribe of Benjamin posed a moral quandary: how to uphold justice while preventing the obliteration of an entire tribe. The resolution, though filled with its own ethical complications, underscored the Israelites' struggle with balancing justice, mercy, and the continuity of their communal identity. This part of the narrative forces us to confront the harsh realities of seeking justice within a fragmented society. It reflects on the importance of unity, the challenges of communal decision-making, and the profound consequences of societal neglect. The story of Judges 19, through its extreme measures and outcomes, serves as a somber reflection on the costs of moral decay and the enduring need for collective integrity and responsibility. The aftermath of the conflict, stemming from the tragic events in Gibeah, leaves Israel in a state of deep introspection. The civil war against the tribe of Benjamin not only showcased the grave consequences of moral decay but also highlighted the complexities of enacting justice within a community. The narrative concludes with Israel grappling with the ramifications of their actions, seeking ways to mend the torn fabric of their nation. In the wake of the violence, the tribes face a moral quandary: how to ensure the survival of Benjamin without endorsing the sins that led to near annihilation. This dilemma leads to creative yet contentious solutions to preserve the tribe, underscoring the ongoing challenge of balancing justice with mercy and reconciliation. This story, one of the darkest chapters in the book of Judges, serves as a profound meditation on the themes of justice, community responsibility, and the consequences of societal neglect. It forces us to confront the complexities of righting wrongs within a fractured society and the importance of leadership in guiding a community through its darkest times. As we reflect on this narrative, it prompts us to consider our own societal challenges and the importance of unity and moral clarity in addressing injustices. The story of the Levite and his concubine, while ancient, resonates with timeless questions about human nature, societal responsibility, and the pursuit of justice in a complex world. The harrowing tale from Judges 19, culminating in a civil conflict within Israel, offers stark lessons on the consequences of societal neglect and moral decay. It underscores the necessity for strong, ethical leadership and a cohesive, moral community framework. This narrative, while ancient, speaks volumes about the human condition, the complexities of justice, and the imperative for compassion and understanding. In reflecting on this story, we are reminded of the importance of standing together against injustice, the need for collective action in the face of moral crises, and the delicate balance between justice and mercy. The story serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to seek solutions that uphold the dignity and safety of all individuals within society. As we navigate our own societal challenges, the lessons from this biblical narrative encourage us to foster communities where respect, justice, and mercy prevail. It compels us to reflect on our values and actions, pushing us towards a future where we can prevent such tragedies through unity, moral clarity, and unwavering commitment to the common good.